I was still trying to do that with the timing. You had to be there. Hello, howdy, and hello. Super quick, super duper quick. Hi, happy Saturday. It's alive. This is a live stream. This is on. Check one, check two. Neil, that's you buzzing me. Just jump on here. I see your thing. I have to react. Howdy and hello. What I am on here for, and it's not because, hi, Moon at Noon. I'm actually going to be quick this time. It won't be a whole hour. Area 51. Cello. I'm just giddy. I just had a beautiful taping with the lovely and amazing Kyla. She's Canadian Spinja. So if you all haven't heard, I'm going to put her link after I air this to her little channel. Canadian Spinja. She spins. She has a loom. She does spinning. So all my little educator and my little pals and kids and things. She's really cool. And I want to do another one with her, maybe even get a synaptic circle together with my handwork peeps. I'm not very good at that stuff, but I know some handwork people. So it was a very mom chat. It was a teacher, educator, mentor chat. So when that airs, I will share with everybody because I really want to share that one. So it was really sweet. It was sweet. We talked all things real about those kiddos. That's so cute. How are you guys doing, guys and gals? I see you out there chit-chatting. So that's what I wanted to share. And that's really it. Was that Canadian spin jets coming on? Oh, I have my facelift bun on too. This is how I give myself facelifts. I've never been poked, jabbed, filled, or altered. This is au natural. And I'm 50. Almost. Not quite. There's my pajama pants still. Because it's 2 in the Pacific. And I'm in my pajama pants. Party up top. Jammies up down below. And the giant's gone. Can you tell? That's why I'm doing this. No. I have been doing some taping. So I had a really fun hangout last night with Michael Kopf. If anyone didn't see, that sucker went a little longer, but I wanted to hear his stories. Investigative fella in the paranormal world. It's a happy Saturday. I know. Did you say what? Were you talking about my kick? Should I kick again? I hope you all know what I'm referencing. SNL, the character, like, I'm 50. And then she'd kick everywhere. So I turned 50 in November, and I'm going to be kicking everywhere. Because that's what you do when you're 50. You kick everywhere. We just recovered too. I tell you, my kids' immunity has got to be through the roof now because they fell for another round of shite. I've heard people say it was the eclipse energies. I've heard all the things. However, my son's class especially, something gnarly went through there because his play was supposed to be this week and it got pushed to next. He's Loki. He's the perfect Loki. If you knew this little guy. They're doing Norse mythology, so they're doing a big, huge Viking play and pushed to next week's because half of them, it's only class of 10 and half were sick. So that sucker just went there, got my daughter, then it went other way. The middle school had something, someone else had something, someone else had something, someone else had something. I've been okay, as you can tell, but now they're finally recovering. We were supposed to have sleepovers this weekend. We were supposed to have so many activities, but everything goes out the window when you have a sick little. So, but they're better. So that's good. So the Loki play is on and it's coming up. The secret to youthful skin, water. I have not drank sugar, milk, or anything other than, I just shoved about half of a, he's not going to be happy either. It's the Giants. Like a fruit crumble. I just got at Kroger, like, or else it's on the reduced aisle. That's where we buy our bakery. And I was like this before it went live. I was like, is there any berries in my teeth? So I do have some sugar still, but I have my lemon water. So that helps. Actually, I could tell you my fountain of youth. It's a nice camera and lighting, but it's my aloe plant. That's all I use. I thank it when I cut it. It's got, the real spiky, thick chunk arm aloes. They're beautiful and they're luscious and they love the South Carolina. Where the hell am I? Southern California sun. But when I cut it, I trim it. I'm always like, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. And I give it a little rub. And that gooey goodness I put everywhere. And then it goes, and then I put a ponytail in. And now I'm 40. Just kidding. Way too much lemon water. I didn't expect the chat to pop off. I was just going to talk for 2 minutes, but let's talk. Hi, Roger Blair. Howdy, Roger Blair and everyone. Oh, that's sweet. Jane, how are you? How's it going, Miss Tiro? I got to catch up with your guys' stuff too. I was telling them I had some sickies. So I was down. I missed Moggs and Stevie B. I missed a lot of the peeps this week. Healthy supply of buffalo rings. There you go. That was why I'm excited for this Canadian Spinja episode to air, because we were humble about it. We're humble about our screens with our kids and the foods and stuff, and how but we're trying to like put boundaries in place and also just explain the pros and cons. She is a 16-year-old. So he's making decisions, on his own, and she's got to trust that she's done the work for him to make good decisions. But we talk about these things about healthy. What is healthy? And honestly, I think like I shoved that pie in my face before I did this because I finished taping, got my sugar bump, and I came. It was really more of the Giants on here. I'm going to eat some of his dessert / I was just, I don't know. That was the choice I made. And I loved it and I enjoyed it. And that was that. The fear and the shame around food and stuff. Oh my God, I think that's far worse than the food itself sometimes. I think we talked about that in the addiction episodes. Thanks to you guys too for chiming in on those. I see you all in the chat when I do those lives. This was super spontaneous. Hi, Anna. How are you? Anna Schwalka. Hello to Poland. Aw, thank you for chiming in there. I think we're related. Not by blood, but by the giant. Nice to see you there. Oh gosh, I have to work on my Polish. I had words at the tip of my tongue, but I'm like, they won't even be close. Nostrovia. Nostrovia, I'll cheers ya. Oh, have you got it? I'm sure the rest of us. Moon at noon. What did Moon have? Oh, buffalo wings. Yeah. Yeah, go share that with peeps. You're going to announce something like that? You better have enough for everybody. I used to be so poo-poo with wings. Actually, no. Let me tell you my wings story. Because, well, I could flick the camera around because I'm already looking at 3 items. Brother Jimmy's in Chicago. I'm sorry. I was the klepto that used to steal your stuff. Because us dang teachers, we went to their $5 pitcher, 10-cent wings night, Wednesday night, hump day in the middle of a week. And when you're teaching preschoolers and kindergartners, you really should have your head in the game. However, we thought it was appropriate to drink pitcher upon pitcher of beer and have a wing upon wing upon. We got down with those wings. They were like 10-cent wings that they finally would cut us off at. That's how many wings we would eat. But this was Chicago, and I was the one with the bike. I went everywhere with my bicycle. So I always had a backpack because I come from school or whatever. I was in transit all the time. So I'd be like tiptoeing out of Brother Jimmy's, like, and then my backpack would be wide open and I'd have like a napkin dispenser or a pitcher or like the big giant cutout blue pig that I would run and leap and pull off the wall. Yes, I guess this is a perfect time to remind everyone to watch the addiction episodes that I did on the Synaptic Circle. I was a little bit of a wild one in Chicago. Klepto, shall we say, when I was buzzed. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world because I'm walking by the bouncer. He's clearly seeing what I'm doing, but I charmed him with my smiley buzz, I guess. Hi, Renee Browner. How are you? How are you doing up there? You're same time zone as me, aren't you? And you're north of me there. Aw. There he is. What's up, Neil Dude? Castle Dude, Neil Dude, I say it right this time? He's the mic to my, oh God, Dana. There you go. Oh, I didn't expect all the chit chat, so I'm just going to hang out for a bit. It's my post buzz that I have from a beautiful podcast I did with Canadian Spinja. That's why I was like, well, I'm just going to go say hello because it's been a minute and fight those algorithms. Maya, you too. Hi, Maya. Hello from California. Nice to meet you too. I can't wait to meet you in person. We are planning on visiting Poland and Wales, Neil, next summer. So you're going to see the Placencias this summer, but the Żwalgas will be there next summer. I'm so excited. Nice to see you on here. I love your pictures. You are beautiful. That's so sweet, you guys. This is the Giants' relatives. My relatives now, I guess, too. That's the power of social media. Hi, Chastity. I see you too. How are you doing, sweet cheeks? I've been totally MIA this week. I'm babbling because I was just on a show and I'm sharing the love, but I've had sick bambinos again. Now, they've said eclipse, they've said these things. I also say we got some EMF issues going on, so I'm trying to drain the heavy metals and ground a little more, get some radiation out because it shouldn't happen this often. Not with my little guy. He should not get sick this often, but that bug that came through, he couldn't fight it off. So to me, something's up with his immunity. So I'm going a little hard on that this week. I also had to unplug a little bit to do that. So that's what I've been doing. Take care of some sick littles. And not only that, but she's not going to be on here because she's too busy packing. But my two BFFs here in LA, one of my BFFs is moving. She's moving in like 3 days now. But that was our last goodbye was yesterday. And I'm looking around because this one too, welcome. Is it what's it called again? Something with an M. Someone's going to know. I have all of her plants. I'm looking at a beautiful tree right now. I have rosemary up back. I have lemon. I have lime. I have another beauty up there. I don't know the names of these. I should. I have plants everywhere. She's chucking her butt to the East Coast, and I became the new owner of all of her beautiful plants. So I'm super duper. I'm sad she's leaving, but I'm like, thank you so much. That was such a gift. So we actually had to rent a U-Haul trailer for the Giants hitch yesterday to get all these plants. So I'm in Flower Fairy heaven right now. I'm surrounded by green. It's really sweet. So I trained it out this guy. The other guy was the fan. I don't know if you remember, I always used, but the magic of TV. What I would used to have to do though, every time I would record is I put a stack of books and then I'd pull that sucker over and put him on so he could be up here. And now this guy's down in the ground. So this is going to be a nice, big, beautiful tree. So I'm going to miss my girl. I don't want to say her name because she's keeping kind of it incognito with it, especially since her job's still here. And she's just going to be working from the East Coast. I'm so glad you're fine, Renee. Good. I know you're fine. You're a bright light, my dear. Terry! G'day, Terry. What's crack-a-lackin'? Well, that's not Australia. G'day, Terry. Hi, Terry. How are you? How are you feeling? I have to check in with my fellas. It's been way too long. Oh, you're welcome, Maya. This probably sounds like so Tourette's with people watching. Like, what is she saying? There's different threads coming in on the same chat. You're so very welcome. How's your cat? Don't you have a kitty cat? A beautiful white kitty cat? And a puppy now, I think. See you in 2025, Castle Dude, in the flesh. Cello, Joe Fox. What's crack-a-lackin'? That's my word of the day. I guess I keep saying that. I'm super pumped. Been chugging lemon water, and I just did a wonderful little taping with friend Kyla, Canadian Spinja. Don Rogers hooked us up. It was a really sweet episode. I'm excited for that because all my teacher friends and mom friends and dad friends and parent friends and very, very kid focus. Oh, thanks, Chastity. It's the lemon water. It's the lemon water. Let me tell you that. And the half of the cherry cobbler, it's all berries. It was blackberry, cherry, blueberry. I just shoved in my mouth before I started doing this. So I'm kind of buzzing. And then I told everyone to go watch my addiction episode. So it was really good though. So I enjoyed it. I'm glad to see you too. Oh my goodness, Maya, I didn't know you're still here. I'm so excited to see you in Poland. And my goodness, am I understanding correctly then with this beautiful chat? Maya, you have some English under your belt. So I'm going to get my Polish down and we're going to have some fun conversations. I'm going to, and now I have to. I have 1 year to get myself communicating clearly in Poland. So I'm really excited. I can't wait for you to show us around. That's so sweet. Moon at noon. Thank you. Oh, you guys chatting with each other. I love it. No more Aussie accent attempts. Crikey. Why not? Oh, it'll come back. If I talk to Terry after a while, then I can get it a little better. You've been going down the rabbit hole for your show, and I'm so excited and yet annoyed with what I'm finding. I was going to say, tell me more, but now I need you, everyone, you need to watch Miss Chastity's channel. Now you're doing it from from Facebook, FaceTube. Jeez, Pop, get it together. Okay, sugar rush, gotta go. Wait, I need my thoughts. My synapses are spanking themselves. Chastity, I can't wait for your first show. You've been going down some rabbit holes. It's going to be a goodie. It's going to be a goodie. Well, you let me know when I can start blasting it for peeps. And we got to start directing ourselves to Chastity's YouTube. She's been an incredible support. Let's lift this channel up. Where's this conversation taking place? I know, right? There's a Facebook, there's my Facebook pages, Moon. I think you're on the YouTube one. And I don't think I can see Rumble ones, but I don't think I went to Rumble this time. It's just Facebook and YouTube right now. That's the conversation. So yeah, they're merging. My English accent. Yeah, you put me on the spot. You put me on the spot, Neil. See, this is my magic combo. If anyone wants to know, besides the pie I just ate, it's my B. Right before I podcast, I go. Not this time, but before I taped with Canadian Spinja and my lemon water. I just got into some really amazing lemons. I'll do my English accent. I'll surprise you. Just put me on the spot. You're recording this Tuesday, Chastity. Yes. Are you going live? Oh, here you go. You're recording Tuesday, posting Wednesday. Beautiful. Now, is it going to be just you? Do you have guests lined up? Or is it always going to be you and a guest? Or is it going to be like me and you're like all over the place? Someday a guest, someday just you. Tell me more. FaceTube. Need to get that domain. Yes. Chastity is a badass. Yes, Neil. Absolutely. Well, Gerald, I can now. I didn't think I could because we had sleepovers, but my two littles, I canceled them all. They were sick. So if my giant has his MMA, that's why I usually am available Saturday nights. He's upstairs watching fights, and I'm down here having them. No, we don't fight. We have fun. We throw jabs. We throw under the belt jabs for fun. Totally. I'll totally join you guys. Posting Wednesday. Excellent. Oh, so sweet. I'm so glad everyone's doing well. And Gerald, I'm getting the buzz a little bit here too. I just taped and I'm trying to I think Saturday, Sundays are best. I'm home, I'm doing stuff. So I'm sticking those synaptic circles to Saturday, Sunday. Speaking of which, Conscious Comedians did not happen. We're just going to be late until that ever aligns. But I'm going to try to get those homeschool moms together to get that one going. My bookings have been sporadic because of my wide range of availabilities. So the lock-in, I'm excited though, and I'm just going to say it. So now he can't, there's no turning back, Mr. Matthew, Mornian, and Honora. I'm going to chat with them in June after the conference and all the stuff that they're running around like crazy. Bring Chastity with you. That's up to Chastity. Chastity, are we going to talk with the fellas tonight? Yeah, what time are we talking on Mr. B and pals? I think, are we all joining Roberts earlier? I think Mr. B's been down for a minute. Are you all fellas still here? I'll put it up there which one it's going to be. Yeah, because I think that's what happened last week. You guys were testing the stream, and I was at my costume, like talking to the costume lady, who's a friend of my son's. So they had a play date. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, 6:30. I told Robert I'd be around at 5. And I was going to do it from my phone and everything. And then we were just gab, gab, gab. And then by the time I got home, it was giant time. So he got us dinner. And I'm like, oh, I can't pop on now. The geese are geeks. Yes, Robert. You're not confused? You should be. I do have to be mindful of that. It's like I'm talking to a mirror. Like, maybe they could pick up what I'm saying. This is getting a little tight. I think I'm getting a headache. Yeah, I think if it's the same as last week, it might be 5 Pacific. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carol. It's not on Mr. B's, which was 7 Pacific before. So let's see. Riverside Ramblers. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that one. I'd be very curious to see what you all say with the Canadian Spinge episode if you get a chance to watch it. It's really, really sweet. I wish I talked more looms with her and spinning, because she does like the spinning loom work, and that's what we're working with the little kids. But they do little individual dowels, and it's so hard to do. It's so hard to do. And I didn't ask enough questions because my pal Laura works with my kids doing it, so I haven't had my hands doing it. So I didn't really know exactly what to ask, but that's usually my prep time. But it's hard work. But I love that she does that. So she asked me a lot of questions about schooling and stuff. And then we're both moms, so we talked about parenting. It was really good. I'll try and pop on a chat, but it's usually like 3 a.m. my time. Oh yeah, Neil, that's right. You're better at the mornings. You know what? I'm kind of better at the mornings too. I think my circles are going to be Saturday or Sunday morning, afternoon, or yeah. I think it's going to be 8 p.m. Central. Okay, 6 p.m. Pacific. Waiting on confirmation from Robert. So, oops. There you go. For tonight. Yeah. He loves it when you do, Neil. Yeah. Yeah, everyone. Anyone who's ever in a chat, ask him to do Jeff Goldblum. He actually doesn't like it, I don't think. Aw. Well, cool. Well, I'm back talking with my peeps. I'm so happy. I've been a little MIA. Saying bye to my pal Tanya. Oh, I said her name. I was supposed to say her name. Yes, my girl's moving. And now I'm surrounded by her beautiful trees. And she also hooked me and the kids up. I'm looking at 3 big baskets of like art supplies and crafts and things like that. So more things for my little ADHD to spread out a million projects and never finish. But I have the supplies to do it now. Oh, no. Yeah, you've had talk texts about every time I was going down to her house, Neil, remember? I think it was weeks ago. I had garbage bags full of hand-me-downs, like clothes and shoes. And yesterday we got a U-Haul. I already said this, but I don't think you were here. The little trailer, U-Haul trailer, to get all these trees and plants, which are my obsession. I'm one of those, if I came into a bunch of cash, I mean, I could Costco it, but I would go to like a nursery and just I like those, either they're AI generated or whatever, and they're in their own, like this space. If this space was completely covered in foliage, I'd be fine. I'd be so happy. Come on now. You're Snow White and they're the 7 dwarves. Oh, that'd be a fun circle name. Let's do that. Across the pond. Oh, poor Maya. Maya, if you're still here, probably like, I don't understand what she's saying. I get a little goofy. I don't think she is still on here. Dopey. Absolutely not. None of y'all are dopey. None of y'all are dwarves either. Except you, Neil, according to your brothers. No, you're a duck. I think that's 2 days in a row on a live I've aired. I've jabbed you, Neil. So now we're BFFs. We insulted each other. That's so cute. Well, very cool. What was the other big news? Well, my Loki's better. My little Huck man went down. His class went down, but he's better. So his play is coming. So is mine. I hope. We don't have a set. but that's okay. We're going to use our outdoor classroom. The costumes are going to be so cute, and they're really killing it with their lines. I'm so like, it's like, what? Little thespians over here. And then I'm like, well, I do a lot of theater games. I think that just means you're comfortable. To be like a good actor on stage, you just got to be confident and comfortable, because then you can just play. And that's what they're doing. They're like delivering their lines like, Ma. And I'm like, yes, we're going to blow it away. Happy Saturday, Mike. What's happening, Long Island Bigfoot? How are you? You're good with those lives. You really crank those out. You know what? I got to get better with that with my phone. I used to do shorts and stuff all the time on my phone, which was a lot easier because I'd be out and about. I just got glued to my little setup and I just do it here and there. And Neil, the duck's disease. That's I can just picture it, but I know you're not. Brothers are the best. Yes, we are going to have fun. The play is going to be so fun. What's crazy that's hard to wrap the concept around is we're not till May 14th, May 14th and 15th. So 13th is the final dress rehearsal, but the class is only together 3 days a week. And out of those 3 days, 2 hours a day is main lesson. Out of that main lesson, I still have to be doing a little bit of math, a little bit of some, and then the play rehearsal. So we've been pulling this off with like maybe 3 hours a week rehearsing. And when we first started, they're pretty much off book now, which is a lot. There's a lot of lines. They do so great with that. Their brains are intact. But when we started blocking, it was like feral cats. I just looked at my assistant. I'm like, I'm literally like, how do you block 8, 9-year-olds? Like, I guess you just do. So we just do it over and over and over and over again. And now we're starting to have fun with it because they memorize their lines, and the costume pieces are starting to come in, and they're getting really creative with it. So we're starting to have a lot of fun with it. That's what's so cute. I guess that's the secret, right, Mike? You just wing it whenever and wherever. Yep, that's what I did now. I just stopped taping with somebody, and I had the energy, and I had a bunch of pie. So I'm like, let's say hi. Peachy. Oh, yes. Yes. Peachy head in the shorts. Is that it? That was our thing. You have to watch the hangout from last week. Gail, you move fast. I knew you were my podcast pimp, but come on. There's Robert. Hello, Mr. Bauer. So far I freed up. We saw how that went for me last week, though. I was like totally MIA for an hour and a half, and then I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, I can't. But now I'm home. The kids are better. Sleepovers were canceled, though. That's why I didn't think I could do anything this weekend, because I was going to have a house of kids. He has been. He's been introducing me to so many peeps. He hooked me up. Oh my gosh. Should I go live after I have pie? I don't know if I'm going to do that anymore. Oh, well, this is why we do. We have fun and we build community. So I'm like, I told them, I go, just give me 5 more minutes. I want to tell everyone about Canadian Spinja, and then I'm done. Here we are, 28 minutes later, and I'm just still yapping. But as are you. Oh, that's cute. I swear I had other news, though. I had stuff. I don't remember. Well, that tiny chunk of time I'm with my kiddos. We have our play May 14th for the entire community, May 15th for the parents. Then 18th is Mayfair. It's a whole spring presentation to families. I still don't know what we're going to do. Probably just going to sing a song from the play and then maybe do something. I don't know, figure it out. And then we're done. We're done June 5th. So we don't have that much time together. It's flying by. It's crazy. If I turned this camera around too, I have piles. I went through this frenzy, like tearing my house apart. Like, that looks Egyptian. We have a part of our play takes place in Egypt and part takes place in Israel. This is Joseph the Dreamer we're doing. with the dream coat. But the brother sold into slavery, and I know it doesn't sound super esoteric, but it's actually quite a beautiful story on morals and humanity and all that. And it's very Rudolf Steiner, so it's appropriate for third grade. Plus, we did all this. They're shepherds, so we did our whole first half of the year was farming and gardening and shepherds, and now we're doing fiber arts with shearing the sheep and carding the wool and spinning the wool and all that. So it actually all ties in together beautifully. But I'm trying to source things to make the set look something like a set. And I'm realizing I don't ask for help very well, but at one point I just surrendered. I'm like, it's going to be about the great acting and the costumes because we got that. Everyone else will just have to imagine where we are. There were these beautiful Egyptian panels and set that was available, but they got picked up by another class. So a snooze a lose. Okay, I lost some chat. It went fast. You know some peeps? Oh, yes, you know some peeps. I hope you get in touch with. I think our friend that we connected with, Carol. I bet she's free soon. So I really hope that thing comes through with Dan. I'm gonna be a fly on the wall for that one. Inside joke, everybody. Sorry, nothing I'm privy to share. Everyone in the Midwest, watch that night. Great cool sounds. Oh, I miss the Midwest. I'm still trying to go. I still don't know my Midwest time frame for the summer. So far, it's not looking so good. Hopefully. Oh, shepherd's pie. Who says shepherd's pie? That's my Giants forte. We had shepherd's pie for our Christmas dinner. I love me some shepherd pie. Where'd that come from? I'm missing something. I missed the joke. Hi, Elena. How are you? Good to see you. When Neil, I can't put that up. I don't know if I'll let those in the YouTube chat enjoy that joke for right now. And if you're at Facebook and you need a little laugh and you're over the age of 18, go 21, over 21. You guys are funny. See, I'm here to be entertained. I don't know if Chastity's still here, Robert. I'll ask her though. She's starting Tuesday. She's taping Tuesday and airing Wednesday, so it's happening. I'm very excited for her. Okay. Yes. Does anyone know if MMA stuff's going on tonight? There's always something, right? We have that little black box thing, so hello, alphabet agencies. All of the gadgets that watch. Yes, I'm one of the millions of many that do not painful. But I also don't go on the little black box. That's just for my giant to have his MMA fighting. That's his thing, and he gets to have his thing, and I do my thing. So Robert, I'll be there. And it's Zoom, right? I gotta fix something about Zoom makes it foggy. I don't know what that is, but that's all right. Thanks, guys, for helping me stroke my algorithms today. I'm messing with it. I wish I had the exact day and time. Again, with the homeschool moms, it's really hard to coordinate our schedules, but that was supposed to be our next synaptic circle. Conscious communities just didn't transpire. So, Neil, I might have to get you and Alex on something. Why don't the three of us just go at it a little bit? Because we go back and forth really quick, and we could have some fun with that. So, just an idea. As well as another tour. Can we do another tour, Neil? I got to catch up on the tour you did yesterday. Rumble in the Geezer Jungle. Do you know what, Carol? Welcome to the Jungle was my senior year song. And it was Captain Pom Poms, and I made a pom pom routine to it. So I have a soft spot for anything that says jungle. And I immediately think welcome to the jungle. Okay, Neil, you're in. We're in like Flynn. We'll do a tour and we'll do a comedy chit chat. My giant. He's good people, leave him be. I love calling him the giant. Leaves me to your Xbox. That's all I need. I know if we give everybody our own little vicey vice, then I mean in that kind of way, that sounds really bad. Check out our last Synaptic circle on addiction. Um, but you know what? When I'm doing all this stuff, and he does kind of ride me a little bit sometimes. Like Bauer, when I last Saturday when I got home and there was Indian food waiting, and we started Red Moon. That's good. That's a good show. I said, okay, Giant needs my time right now. It wasn't time to jump on. I talked to a bunch of other dudes. But he's the one who I used to stack my little laptop on a bunch of books. He got me this cool fine finagle thing that kind of moves around. He got me this laptop. He's with me at all times. Who has not seen my Giant? Hello. This is a Christmas gift. Remember those things on Facebook or Instagram where you can put someone's picture in and then turn them into a I love this picture. Yes, and I had a picture of him making that face in my old phone. He was on set and I was bugging him and he sent me back this thing. So I'm like, that's the picture. And I bought it. Of course, I thought it was like 10 times bigger than it was going to be for the price. And when he opened it, I think I got more a kick out of it than he did. I know he secretly likes it, but I still cry laughing. I think it's the funniest thing. Michelle! Hi, Michelle. How are you? Did I hear you were just in town? I know I've been crazy busy though, and I have to connect with you on the phone to make it work. I love and miss you, Michelle. Wait till you see all these new beautiful plants. Our sweet little sweet cheeks, Miss T, is about to travel. So I'm the new caretaker of all of her amazing trees. One came with full crystal dangling. She's like, keep it, because it kind of grew around the crystal. And she goes, it needs it. So I can't wait for you to see everything. Oh, and please don't, if you don't even hear from me, just come by. You know how to get in. Tours, shites and giggles, sir. Neil can be a jester. He can. I got a jester in my play. He's really funny. And I picked my little kid to do it. That is, he knows the timing of a laugh. He's pretty good. And he's such physical comedy guy. It's really funny. Face fuchsia flower shape. This face? You mean me? Face fuchsia flower shape? I did my ponytail facelift. If I had my hair down, I can move my face. I am jab free, friends. Not just the army arms, but the everything. And if you missed my beginning, Moon, I don't know if you're here. Area 51, are you still here? Then, and tell me if anyone knows what bit this is. But I'm 50. Oh, I can't kick that high, but I was kicking before. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that dance all over the place in November. Oh, Michelle, no bad you. I was all over the place. I am knee deep in kids play. Not only mine, but Charlie's. She's doing Murder on the Orient Express. It's pretty cool. And we have the professional costumer who did the movies is going to donate, well, small donation fee, the costumes for them. And they're going to be at a theater in Hollywood. So I'm excited for her. But that's like in 2 weeks. And they just got the script 2 weeks ago. So middle school is not messing around. And then we have my son is doing the Norse mythology play. He's Loki. I wish you were here for those too, Michelle. You babies. I'll try to take pictures and stuff. And then there's my little play. Oh, you used to do MMA in the army. It's way different, but I have a soft spot for mixed martial arts. Totally. I get it now. I used to be like, ugh. And now, I mean, I get it as an art too. Especially my little guy. He's a kung fu fella. He's still out with his broken arm, but he needs it. And I love it because the place he goes to, it's called Mindful. Well, I don't say what it's called, but it's about being mindful. And the huge banner in there is master to train yourself. So I think that's what the art is. You master to train yourself and how you respond. That's what it's pretty fascinating. But I love that he has this thing. It's either that or he goes fishing. We have the lake right nearby. I love you too, Michelle. I totally fine with him watching his MMA. Plus, that's why I think it's working for me doing all this kind of stuff. I was able to find you guys and Garrel and everybody. Like I'm building this community because I'm available Saturdays and Sundays, really. It's mom time. It's my time for kids to chill a bit and me to talk to all these people across the land. I think my sugar's wearing off. Loki's an awesome character. And my son is a Loki. He's totally a Loki. He's just got that Loki. Well, I shouldn't say that. No. He's got the good energy and he plays it well. The scene they're doing has to do with Freya, the bride. So he gets to dress up. His who's it? Thor becomes the bride, and Loki's the sidekick. They're doing a couple different parts, but they also have a big Viking battle. You know, their teacher, his name is Bjorn. Like he is a Viking. He is his lineage and it's his blood. And we went to his house. If you saw that reel that I did of the Vikings fighting, that's my son's teacher. It's like it's epic. So he made the most beautiful set. They have like the real deal sheet. Well, not real. They made them, but they look like real deal Viking shields. And the costumes are to die for. We have a parent in class who that's what she did for film. So she just knocked it out of the park. I can't wait to share those photos. And he's very excited. He's very excited. He wouldn't let me practice with him either. I'm his actor chick and he wants me surprised. So I totally trust him with it. I'm super excited for him. But it was talk about a bum rush. And they're 10. They're 10. Couple of them turned 11 already. This is 4th grade. And they didn't know till the night before that they had to move the play a week because 3 of the kids were out. And then the next day, 2 went homesick. So some little bug went around their classroom and they have a really tiny class already. So they were like, no, they were so psyched and prepared for this play. And then it's like, sorry, they pushed it. And that's okay. Everybody's recovering and it will be great this week. Yes, I'm talking about you. Do you want to come say hi, anybody? I'll pay you. I knew you were listening. Did you hear that? He goes, how much? 500 hugs. Silence. I guess hugs aren't a hot currency anymore. Thanks, Mike. Thank you. Thank you. Totally. Yes. Invite Neil. And I'm down for another. That would be amazing. I love that we're all jumping on. Yeah, I want to see Moggs and Stevie B again. I got to make them laugh. / check in. I have another fishing story for them. Hit like before you go. Yeah, you guys are really pumping my algorithms. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle, I think every time I've talked to you, someone's down. I think the sickest Huck's been this year. Charlie's been a lot better, but I mean, we don't know. I've been relating it to everything, but the reality is his immune is down. So he's got to work on that. So we're doing the heavy metal clean a little again because I feel those EMFs are blasting, as well as vitamin supplements, sleep, water, tons and tons of water. No clingers for hugs. Absolutely. Cozy hugs are the best hugs. Everybody is fast as lightning. You'll go creep at it. Thanks, Mike. I will. I'm finding, I love to do it. I like chit-chatting. Yes, I do. I like chit-chatting. Because I have so much quiet time. I have a lot of downtime. And like this week, something goes awry and the kids need me. The first thing I cut out are these connections, not because they're bad, but because I give my all. So I have to give 100% to their energies. And that's what I do. And that's that. So there you go. So with that being said, I can't wait to share when Canadian Spinge is going to air. I don't know when it's going to air. I think I'm episode 2. It's a new show for her. If anyone knows Don Rogers, he hooked me up. This is his fiance, and they're in Ontario. And we started with, to talk about where I work and what that looks like. And she talks about her experience with her 16-year-old going through school and then what her schooling's like. It was just really sweet. And so I can't wait to thanks, Elena. Okay, good to see you too. It was a really good chat. It was just a healthy, nice, fun chat. So if anyone wants to see that. Not a lot of shites and giggles like Neil. Not a lot of like, what did she just say? It was more like, nice, good information. Burning up YouTube with his campfire live. I know. That's what I got. You know what? For being a little flower fairy, this is one of my bums. My last place was so cool. It had a wood burning fireplace. And this is one of those push the button and it pops on. So I'm like, Me. But that's my fireside. So I love the fireside chats because it's a real fire. We're close enough to do one though. I do have to share this. If anyone has been seeing the ads, I'm just gonna be blunt, and I mean, I feel I'm powered up and I'm doing well enough to transmute any energy that comes my way because I've been so like no one knows where I am. I shared it once with Stevie B and Moggs, but Disclosure Fest is coming. If anyone's seen those ads for that, I have not participated for a couple years. I also stopped going to a few of things because of the ability to read the room, but also practices during pandemic time, just things and just ways. My own personal journey, I have not subscribed to too many things, but Disclosure Fest is coming and it's pretty much in my backyard. So I'm like, I'd be kind of a moron not to help and get a ticket and be there. And I have some friends coming in that are speaking and doing workshops. So if anyone has heard of Disclosure Fest in LA, I'll probably live from there a little bit to say hi. Hey, Moggs, I was just talking about you. Hello, Moggs. How are you guys doing? I've missed you guys this week. I had sick little dudes, and that's why I missed out. I kind of shut off the stuff and I just give it my all, but they're better. So now I'm here. Like, okay, you guys are good. Go chill. So anyway, Disclosure Fest. I don't know if anyone on this would by chance even had heard of it, but it's kind of, if you're on Facebook, that's advertised everywhere for now. And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be helping out, at least just for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, maybe I'll do a little live stream from there. There's some speakers I know, and Jennifer Crystal Eve and her husband, they did the Sunfire Fest last year, and they're coming to do a workshop. So I just wrote her, I go, this is my backyard. I'm going to see you there. I do find it interesting though, because Disclosure Fest is usually kind of downtown. It's by Chinatown. There's a really big park, and it's nice. It's gated. And they're choosing this lagoon by me. There's a lake, but it is a dam, and to me, it's man-made. I mean, and the actual old town that it's in, it's not like picturesque, let's say. So I'm very curious why the choice of this location, unless perhaps it was you know what, Area 51, I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm right there with you. I see you in the comments. I don't subscribe. Yeah, so I'm right there with you. And that was me. I was doing this, and I'm like, but just like Hollywood, you got to get the light to get in there. So, and it's right there. And anytime you see me do my boating, Moggs, if you're still here, the lake I'm talking about, there's that Disclosure Fest is coming. It's in the middle of June. So I did sign up. I'm going to help there a little bit. It's there. We're there almost every week. And yeah, but there's some subscribe to it. I mean, some putting on. I just don't align with some groups, especially the pay to play thing. And I mean, I know there's great information coming from some people, but some of the greatest information really has been come from my internal self and my higher self, as well as the community I'm meeting. Just people, not people who put out awards to celebrate other award people, but people, just the people. So without getting too much into what we were talking about, I'm going to really support my town as well as guard it a little bit, because I see them all coming and they're going to pitch their tents in and they're going to trying to change the frequency a little bit. So I got to keep everything going pretty cool. So I'm going to show up and do what I got to do / run into the people. And that's what I'm really excited about. I've seen the adverts for it and I scroll and I don't recognize a lot of people, but there are some in the LA area that I didn't even know lived in the LA area. And I've been Facebook friends. So I'm like, are you going to this? We're going to meet in person. So that's going to be fun. The community for me will build. Hug overdose past few days. No wonder they didn't respond. Tons of hugs. My currency of 500 hugs didn't work though. I know. Oh, Neil, are you going? No, I don't think you're going, right? To the Reno Spaced Out Radio Fan Party. The reason why I still can't probably do that one is, I don't know, it's the financials a problem still. But our plays, we're in the middle of play season, and that kind of jump is just going to probably drive me a little nuts. Moon, we got to take it offline. I think y'all reading my thoughts. I just got to transmute. There's something that's calling me. I honestly first saw it and I'm like, eh. And then I'm like, or is there work that I can, and not in a Mr. Burns kind of way, but in a, Pollyanna kind of way. You shall be happy. No. Transmute and smile. Absolutely. I want to meet some peeps too, like locals that I don't know that I'm like, that are coming to this. Because honestly, even when I ever go to these kind of things, which it's been a while, I think 2022 is my last one. It's the mingling where you find your tribe. Sometimes you go to these things and you're like, okay, I watched every single podcast this person has done and they're saying the same thing on stage. It's more about the people you meet in the audience that you can make these cool connections with. So, I mean, unless anything changes, I threw it out there to the big U. I'm like, you show me. You block this if I'm not supposed to be there. Show me. I will watch for the signs. I know, right? You're throwing your own birthday party and acting surprised. Totally. And the money drip. It's just, come on. Come on. You've been going at it for 5 years. Yeah, disclosure is a long con game. It's a game, but it's a business, right? It's a big business. Disclosure, truth, all of it. It's a business out there. And that's why I've been aligning the most with people who are just au naturel. They're just talking, they're building community, they're listening to other people's stories and experiences. They're sharing their own insight and wisdom. But that whole little like circle jerk of, I mean, I don't know. I was asked recently too, not with those people, but a different group of people. I don't want to share. There's a lot of nice ones in there, but they wanted me to go under their umbrella. They wrote private message me and like, how would you like to be part of this network and be on a network? And the views, everything, all these promises. No, nothing Illumidonkey or anything. People out in the truther game. And I go, does this mean then that I'm not the sole owner and proprietor of my work? I can share everywhere I want. Like, this means, you're the creator being, you're doing your thing, but yeah, you're only going to share it under our umbrella. I'm like, no, thank you. I just no, not into that. You got permission from the big wigs to do. You're doing one in Europe? What, Neil? Back up. I do believe you're looking at your next co-host. No, I'm just kidding. It's all about me. No. If it comes to Europe, that's awesome. It's kind of okay. I gotta watch what I say here. There's nothing. Well, no, I'm not ready to form those thoughts. Nothing about the Europe thing. I know if I was meant to be the things would be lining up already. But the issues I'm having and the way I'm like, okay, I see it. I'm not supposed to be going, and I'm not going to force it. But holy smokes, if something happens in Europe, maybe that'd be divine timing. Maybe that's when the giant and the kiddos and I will be touring Poland and Wales, and I'll pop into the big the festival there. That's really cool. I hope that aligns. That sounds like it would be really neat. Honestly, everything is happening here in the States, and well, I shouldn't say everything, but when things do happen overseas, I've seen one in Ireland. I've seen things around. I think that's so cool. It's a global thing, so we need to be doing this around the globe. Oh, where are you? Where else are you modding? Where was that for? SOR? Right? It's kind of what it is. I did a little reel on that. And then this is some dirty laundry. I did a reel on the circle jerk thing. I was doing a lot of reels and little shorts, and I had just gone through what I call being shouldered out. I was ghosted and I was gaslit, and then I was blocked. And by someone I knew really, really well. And a group of people kind of followed suit. So that says more about them, followers, than anything else. So, of course, I was fueled by it when I did this little reel, and Circle Jerk just naturally came out. But I saw that those same people in a comment thread like 48 hours after my little reel, got shared and stuff, comment, and they made a Circle Jerk comment, and they're all giggling and laughing. And I was just, Scorpio and me just went, what? And I was like, okay, I see. They blocked me everywhere else except this one particular, my one Facebook page, because I ran one of the pages we used to do together. And I was just like, okay, we're done. I see it now. There is no support. And now you're literally making fun of me behind my back. So I'll play the game too. Block. And I blocked and I closed the page. Because I'm telling you what, that timing is just like, I don't know. That's what I'm talking about, though, peeps. Especially with this thing I'm going to be going to. If there is the air about something that is like a class system, or I'm above you or know more than you. I mean, of course, someone's going to have more knowledge than you, but isn't that why we build community? So we can share our knowledge. I help you, you help me. I lift you, you lift me. We are rising wherever you think we're rising and trying to get to. I don't know, but the whole like, I'm a speaker, or I'm this, or I'm that. And yes, little one, you may have that ticket. And oh, if you didn't buy this ticket, and oh, you get an award and you don't get an award. I mean, all that kind of like just class system-y shit is just like, no, thank you. So I would rather just chat to community and say, holy shit, it's almost an hour. I literally I got 5 minutes, people. I don't really. I just wanted to see what would happen. And I wanted to talk about Canadian Spinja, and here I am like, well, someone was talking about me, and I blocked them. So I fell for the mass distraction, aka the mass destruction that is social media. But it was good. I felt it happen for a reason, because I needed to see a visual to be like, oh, okay, block. I'm fine with that. I actually feel so much better too, because I used to run into these peeps and it would just get me every time. Like, why don't they like me? Oh, because I couldn't be fit into the box that you made for me. So yeah, social media, it's the best. You have more knowledge about anyone. I don't brag about it though. That's perfect. This is okay. That was perfect case in point though, Mr. Neil. You do have the knowledge, with the castles, even as you're learning as you're going, you're the one there. You bring a certain set of skills to the table. Just like Moggs, just like Geralt, we all bring our own bit to the table. And then we're like, hey, that's cool. Look at you. Wow, I do this. How about this? Here about it. And then we cheers and we congratulate, we like, we subscribe, we share, we hang out. And then we are in our 3D world, like feeling supported, having friends, being heard, being seen, not being used, not being drained, not being manipulated, not being all those other fun little words I can't think of right now. So thank you, beautiful ass community. Oh, sorry, I hope my younger still not here. Maya's younger. That's why I keep correcting myself, but I don't think she's on here anymore. I just want to, I'm like, am I getting snarky or not? What am I doing? Pick a personality, pop. That's still the pie, I think, talking. I'm just all over the place. Because I really do kind of want to get a little bitey, just because I just nursed fevers and I have not had much sleep. And I am hearing you, Area 51. Let me see what I missed. I am yours is here by the week. You can't talk to me unless you bought a VIP. Yes. Case in point. Okay, if you're not on YouTube, when I'm talking class systems and I'm talking ticket systems, and some conferences have changed that. It's just one general come meet everybody. They get it. I get that. But there are still, and I've gone to them years before. I've gone to the ones with, oh no, I can't buy that ticket. And I can't go to the reception to go one-on-one with them. And then I've actually went to one in contact where I did buy the dinner and I did get asked to be the caterer. He said, like I did get to make those relations, but something didn't sit right. And especially no one knows me, Miss LA, sitting here. No one knows my situation. Neil, you kind of do. But I was served papers. Okay, let's just be blunt. Served papers during my grandma's funeral because my bank is suing me for credit card. So debt. It's already with a debt consolidation company. Things are happening, but whatever. My work got served recently to garnish my wages, which isn't happening because I don't even make enough. We have financial things here, but I'm not sitting here saying because of financial situations, I can't afford to buy these kinds of tickets and go to these kinds of things. I'm saying some things aren't resonating because I know the power of if I'm meant to be there, I can manifest there. I've gone to these things just sheerly as a volunteer so I could have the ticket to be there. But it was more about, was I supposed to be there or not? 9 times out of 10, I was, because I needed to see for my own eyes and feel for myself, are these people really who they say they are online? And honestly, less than half usually become truly genuine. And that says a lot, especially for something like Conscious Life Expo, where there's hundreds of speakers and workshops, hundreds. It's like takes over the entire Hilton, basement level, mezzanine. They're like every room is full and there's something going on. All the hundreds of speakers and workshop people, less than half. Well, I didn't see all of them, but getting ahead of myself. You have to kind of go into those situations so you can get an energy read on people. And after you do that so many times, you're like, I don't have it in me to do all that work to do the energy work to get involved with these people. Or I'm good because I'm building my communities. I'm feeling supported. I'm feeling heard. And I have my tools to get my information. Did I even say all that? I think I'm just trying to I don't even know why I brought the money back. That's also what we've been dealing with this week, basically. Having to talk to the IRS with my LLC and like life. Life is what happened this week. And then sick kids. And it just happened. And here I am, still shining, still smiling, still so grateful and honored to talk to community because that's what it's all about. I know the messy guck when we got really into it and I waited 2 hours on a call. And yes, I'm the dumb fuck on a speaker that did that. I don't trust the callback / anyway, I waited. So the build up and then the frenzy and then the giants involved too, helping me. And we're like, and you could feel the muck grow. I could feel the cloud just start. And then I'm like, hell no, this is not going to overtake me. This is a blip on my timeline. And it has to do with paying for wars across the street. That's the only reason they want money from me. They got to finish paying for their dirty work. So I'm kindly handling these battles and I'm letting it transmute. Did that come out right? Yeah, basically I got a shitstorm going on my 3D, but it's not affecting my 5G. How's that? The all this came from just your one comment, Area 51. So that class system thing, it really irks me because if I even had the money, I still would not do it because that's me walking around with a specific color badge saying, I'm VIP and you're not. What? I thought we were all just like building community. So yeah, if that thing that I'm going to that I'm working at that's in my backyard is going to be like that, I flip my badge around. I'm going to schmooze and I'm going to protect my town. I know 2-minute video, 1 hour. Jeez. I kind of like it when that happens though. I mean, hi Ozzy Ange. Hello to you. Thanks, Neil. Was it well said? I don't know what I said. It was like brain fart. Yep. If they don't see you at the same level, they don't acknowledge you. Amen. Or they ghost you, they gaslight you, and then they block you. Because that's cool. Super cool, especially as an adult. And I love the past year and a half after that had happened to me. I just doing my own thing and building my own community more than I ever would have before because I was put in a box. Yeah, I see that. But same with that though, Area 51, when you are shining so bright and when you see the beauty in everybody, it's a threat. So they don't look at you because they're usually just looking for, it's like they look at someone, what's RoboCop or one of those when they look at them and then it's like, you can see them, or what is it with the new system in Japan? You can see, okay, this person is, nope. You can see all the data coming up. It's like they do that. Like, oh, no, that one's too bright. Oh, gotta go. There, I can't manipulate them. That's why we just got to work on that glow and that inner light so bad. Are you're Scorpio too on 51. Love it. I love you, Michelle. Geezer Geeks has lots of seats at the table. So is it going to be a riff? Are we just riffing? Is there a subject? Are we just going to check one, check? Love it. Are you Scorpio 2 moon? Huh. I don't really know how to pick them. Bonjour, Jean-Paul. Ça va? Jean-Paul Baptiste. I can speak French too now. Je parle-vous français un petit peu. Je voudrais un autre baguette, s'il vous plaît. And I won't do the ce soir one. Voulez-vous? Geezer Geeks table. I know that's going to be late for you. We'll have to do it at a different time. More than half or not. I missed that one, 51. I'm not sure which one you meant. G'day from Australia. Hello, Angie, Aussie. How are you? It's very nice to see you. And it's been so lovely seeing you in chats and different chats and stuff. Oh gosh, yeah, I didn't scroll down. I've got to go down a little bit here. I went on a little rant, didn't I, people? The level of shady. Let's just add this to the chat, shall we? You are right, Mr. Bauer. The level of shady characters has infected the ufology spaces. You know, I also have been having a thing with social media with that. If you even resonate with someone that's on a segregated team, then you're immediately categorized. This division shite is ridiculous. Bring me back some MySpace. Let's just play our favorite song and and have a fun title. I mean, the division game, I just hope that everyone has the eyes to see it and either start playing it like a game, because that's what it is. Utilize it as a tool of mass destruction and distraction, because it is. So use it before it uses you, and observe more than you participate, because the participation will fuck with your energy field. Even if, in the long run, the good and the bad and the ugly. But I am literally watching now. I mean, you can't help it because I've done it. I've done it with my ex, and I just deleted what I was about to do it because that mofo. Okay, I'm not even gonna. You'll probably see it at one point if I get snarky enough. If you even are on the thread, I found myself going up to, when I see people in it, I go, oh my gosh, I don't like that because look at the people there. And then I'm like, I go, what am I doing? I am literally censoring myself from liking a post, which is an opinion from somebody, because my watching the game, see, whoa, that puts me on this side of the chessboard. And now I'm going to be fought by that side, which is ruthless. And then I'm like, I don't want to fight. And then I'm like, I don't want to be told what to do either. And then you enter stage left. Heidi liked that. Unfriend, unfollow, the numbers change. And I'm like, you can't win, people. You can't win at the game of social media unless you are authentic, unless you are real, unless you tell people you wear your hair like this so you can get a facelift, and you let your shit shine, because everybody's got it, and sometimes it stinks. How's that? That's my rant. I think I do have to stick to these weekend giants out of the house. Let me just talk and see what happens. Right, John Baptiste? We just like to chat with people. And I like to chat with people. I like to support them. I want to know they're heard. So if it's on social media, I will share, I will make a comment because I know it feeds the algorithms and I know it'll be seen. So for those ones that watch and don't do anything because you're worried what others think, you're just as much as part of the problem because energetically you are still creating that system of division. So get in there. If you like it, support it. Who cares what they were talked about on somebody else's? If it's resonating with you, then that's your chance to let your humanity show for a little bit. Let your little humanity slip show once in a while. It'll actually, but listen to your inner voice too. I mean, if your gut says don't do this because you're going to be targeted and blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's so many different ways with this. Again, it's a weapon. It's a weapon. So is this. And I'm fucking with it because I can. Universe is always there to challenge you. Absolutely. Challenge you, test you. And they'll put people in your way to stop you every day. How do you handle yourself? That's the real riff. What are you bringing to the table? How are you handling yourself? Is it really work what they do? They're plagiarists. I left that community for that reason. Yup. Oh, yes. Woo! Do I start this rant? Let's see. Yeah. So I had got talked down the ledge from my dear friend who's moving, actually. Not talked down. Yeah, talked down the ledge. Mostly I was heard because it wasn't so it was obvious that there was a string of things I was doing that would get repeated in another group of people scenario with much more followers, like almost word for word titles, almost word for word how I was doing things. And what got me the most, and in that same group of people, there was a particular show that went on that none of the peeps had anything to do with kids. None of them had them, never worked with them, but it was all about kids. And it was reflecting the topics I did with my classroom with my kids. I couldn't help, now that my ego, that copied me. I couldn't help but think that. And then my friend's like, Heidi, it's this community. Everyone's going to have these thoughts. It's not just you. It's not just about you or whatever. But she goes, but Paige, just observe. So I did for about 6 months. And I tested it with some snarky work on my end. And then lo and behold, confused them on the other end. And I tested it. And I was able to go, aha. Yes, sensei, friend. You are correct. I needed to observe. And now I shall react. And I shall disassociate with those people. Do I block? No, because I'll shine even brighter, as a true Scorpio does. So I literally was like, okay, I see your lack of support, yet your need for my information. And I raise you a stronger, bigger community that I connect with more on deeper levels than I could ever with a follower. How did that rant come out? I'm still trying to do very PC because I know how people are with their replays and their screenshots and their savers. And oh my God, listen to Heidi say this for 5 seconds. She's talking about us. Block. People do that shit. People have sent me stuff. The one that blocked me. Oh my God, she used to gossip about people like you wouldn't believe. Tell me their sex life. She poo-pooed everything. Even when I was talking to her, I was puffing and she started talking about someone being so high on marijuana. I'm like, bitch, I'm high right now. And she was just like, I was like, oh my God. So you can't, if you come with your own set of rules and circumstances, you cannot make other people follow those. You're never going to find those people. As much as you try to shove them in a box, they will never be that perfect person you want them to be. So what does that say about you? Unflexible, stuck in a box, perspective person? Wow, this was a rant. Uh-oh, what'd I miss? Uh-oh, Moon, was that for me? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Okay, I missed something. Free speech tonight live on Rumble, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's on Professor Bauer's Nexus. I pray for clarity and positivity in your situation. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely. That's what we can all expect for clarity, transparency. That's key for everything. I still can't believe I've gone on so many rants already. Didn't know that. That's you, Area 51. It fires you up, fired me up too. If you don't get revved right. Even in the old meme war days, or like from 2016 to 2020, I was very active online. I wasn't stirring up trouble, but I was in all the business because I felt like I can diffuse this. So I really put myself out there, and then I wound up just being like just sucked dry. But I really felt like there is a power and energy behind the words we choose. So when I see these numbnuts fighting with each other, I'm like, you guys, you do know you're talking about the same thing. You want the same thing. You're just literally saying you're doing the same thing wrong and you're doing the same thing wrong. Can you see this? And then you turn into the punching bag. It's like, oh, they just want to fight. So being cognizant of what you actually participate with in online is a skill, and everyone needs a little brush up on that here and there, because there's a time and a place when to speak up. Absolutely. Tons of separation. What's a VVIP badge, Neil? A very, very important person, or there's something there? There might be something naughty there. Dare I ask? Many people cannot see others. Correct, John Paul. Their glasses are really like mirrors. They can't really see anyone. Or yeah. That's the internal. Their internal little clock is a little off. So they're desperately seeing, but they just can't see what's right in front of them. The 100th threat. Yep, threat. I think I'm really behind here, so forgive me for you owe them their insight, intelligence, time, experience, and godliness. Don't you know that? Oh, you owe others. Yes, you owe them. That's a heavy word. I was like, where's Moon getting at with this? They feel you owe them that. Correct. When you selflessly give that, though, that's the thing. That's the pain body I went through with that cutoff with that person in that community was I was selflessly doing it. And then I had to turn it around and go, well, I allowed that to happen for too long, because I would go back and go in this hamster wheel of, but I was so kind, or I did that. None of it was wrong. None of it was what they said it was. They literally said I was like, they used cruel words basically. And I was like, but I never did that. And then I said, well, on paper, if you turn it around, actually, they did that to me. And I allowed it to happen. So taking ownership and walking away is sometimes the best thing you can possibly do. We will be Riffenbauer. Perfect. You're not French, Jean Paul. Okay. I'll just tell the name, and I got a little Frenchy French. You never consented to your zodiac sign. Awesome, Ben. That's awesome. Yeah, what was that meme I put out on my Instagram one? I mean, I usually give credit when I steal stuff because I know what that feels like, but they do circulate really fast. The whole the horoscopes, and just another way to blame without taking ownership. I love this stuff. I see the signs in people I meet and stuff. I can see it. I love Dan Millman, The Life You're Born to Live. My birth number 25/7. There's just this thing about all of that. It is very interesting, but it does not consume me, and it's not my everything. If that were the case, I never would have married my giant, because he's a Leo. I'm surrounded by Leos. I got 3 Leos in my house and my Scorpio. Hi, you can come down now, pal. I'm just riffing for 60 minutes longer than I said I would. So you come on down. Why don't you come say hi since you're feeling better? Parlez huma. Scorpios are extremely sensitive emotional beings. That's why it was such a wicked time, Angie. I literally had someone go, nope. After I just opened my all to them, family and all. And they went out with and you're this. And then they shut the door and burned me at the stake. And I was like, wait, what? It got me emotionally because I was like, wait, I want to clear the air. And I never could. Super sensitive and emotional. I had to learn that high school, no more college. Man, I was a wicked fighter with my exes too. I don't fight. It's hard to fight when I'm hearing my own higher self as I'm doing something. I'm very well aware of where it's coming from. Slash, when I'm not, I know the energy behind my words always come from something. I'm pretty transparent of that with my kids. When I'm coming at them pretty rough, I'm like, I'm had a really crazy day and I have not rested. Um, my apologies, that came out so rough. We have to be raw with that stuff. But yes, super sensitive and emotional, but I'm super also in tune. I'm can it's that's the extra little abilities is that's why I love working with kids, is working with energy, working with people, being so sensitive to it and picking up on energy that you can't quite see. That's my little forte. It's an art, and it's a skill. You got to train it. So without having it overrun you, you really have to be good at making sure you are in control of your emotions and things. He's from a tribe. Je suis Mr. Mystery. You are him, Neil. Loyal to a fault, 51. Dear Lord. Loyal. Talk about loyal with our purge we just did in the house, the spring clean. I'm loyal to things. So yeah, the loyalty's gotten me in trouble too. The elitist globulous love division. That's the plan. Keep us separated from the heart. Get us out of the heart space and into this head space. And it's end game, I think. We have to connect it all and be our whole authentic selves. I think that's what you're. The division is unprecedented for people who claim to be open-minded. Most closed-minded people, period. Yeah, there's something about those that are like, this is my image. Da, 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 da. That's why I call back to meeting these people in person at conferences and things or conventions. You get the gist and you're like, oh, wow, they're actually really insecure. Or you can get that read and you're like, I didn't mean to laugh at that, because then I would usually be a little more compassionate. But you get a sense of, oh, no wonder you're so big with, I am so open-minded. I am such a spiritual person. And then you meet him and you're like, are you though? Are you really? Do you want a hug? Because I think I love that with someone I used to really, gosh, I wish I could call it out. I just saw them be raw once in their speech, and they kind of did their own wipe. They're like doing this. I'm like, I got cramps. And they just were like, got their most, not me right now, but they did this most real moment, and the audience just uproar of like, because we saw they're human. And it was like, oh, thank you. You're just like us. That classism broke the second they got human and they were on stage, and then they turned their tune. How they started doing their podcast, even everything shifted a little bit, because they're like, oh yeah, I am. I don't feel like I have to keep this image anymore and maintain this. I'm above anyone anymore to maintain my clout in those communities. I'm just like anybody else. I love those raw little moments. Oh, your son's a Scorpio. That's sweet. You don't do good in peopling. The soul and humans do not have separation. Yeah. I mean, I love peopling, but I love it so much because I take such care of myself away from people. Like I've created a nest for myself that it's so peaceful. And honestly, my family of four, it's like all I need. It's regenerate. I'm at my calmest nervous system when with family, or when I'm with my nest. And when you can regenerate and repower so hard, you can go out and people so hard. Like with that thing coming up that I'm going to volunteer and be at, I know I'm going to be surrounded by really good people, surrounded by Agent Smiths, frauds, the works. And so if I'm not powered up, I won't go, because I'm going to have entity attachments. I'm going to get loosed and harvested and the works. But if I can go in like, boom, motherfuckers, Pop's here, then I can do some work, which is transmute and balance. So peopling is an art. Peopling's work. Peopling's hard. Peopling is hard. That's why I work with the little people. I'm trying to teach the little people how to work with other people. Case in point, our amazing fun play. I stopped sweating about the set, and I'm like, but look at these little beings. I made the safest space possible for him, that even the quiet little boy in the corner is saying his line. It has emotion when others are talking. I'm like, I love the little peopling, if that makes sense. Oh, wow, I'm really far behind. Okay, because that was a joke from a while ago. Um, yeah, I had to get there though, Sun Garden. Someone doesn't like me or my comments. Who cares? Not me. The sensitive goes, oh, me? Why would I do? Like it'll get there, but that's the ego checking itself, going, why is this bothering me exactly? Oh, because yeah. So that's why I'm all for the raw. Even when I say I go 5 minutes, and I'm almost to an hour and a freaking half, because just going with the flow. You guys are bringing out this authenticity. This is what it's happening. Amen. I'm going to just blast this right there. Shine bright like a star. If they don't like the light, your light, they aren't meant for you. They got work to do. Amen. And that's exactly how I came to peace with all that. I'm beating myself up left and right. And I'm like, why am I so desperate to be heard by people that don't want to hear me? Why is it, I even had that moment of that voice, the dark, the light voice even going, you're just trying to stay relevant. And I'm like, am I though? Not really. Because even like Neil, that's how we became friends. He was my one and only viewer for so long. We just became friends. I was like, it's not about that. I want to be seen and heard, but I want to connect. I want the connection. And if you're not seeing my light and what I have to offer to the table, then I'm not going to work so hard anymore to try to connect, let alone keep the connection, let alone support. That makes sense. Way showers, we do things first. Boom. Absolutely. I love you're still here, Mogs. Thank you. If you can't dazzle them with your brilliance, baffle them with your bullshit. I'm putting that on a t-shirt, and I'm going to wear it to that festival. I love that. Area 51. Come on, get it out. You don't have to do push-ups. It's getting you heated. Let's just shake it out. I just want you to know I hear you and I see you. So thank you for having that with me. We can also continue it. But like I said, this weapon can and will be used against me if I allow it to be. So I'm going to have somewhat of a boundary. Super let loose is one thing, but I honestly, the honest answer is I want to see it fall itself. I want others to figure it out for themselves and let the little dynasty fall itself, because it will if it's not that authentic. Or it'll just keep lasting and people will come in and then they'll come out going, whoa, this is a little fraudulent. So let's see what happens for a minute. I don't want to pull the card from the bottom and let the house of cards fall just yet. We just shine a little brighter and wake others up so they don't fall for it. Yes, women can be vicious. So can men. So can men. Atlantis stuff from way back. Oh boy. I will keep ranting. I can hear it in your voice too. You are the antithesis of anti-bullshit. Keep it ranting, my dear. I know I got to save some mojo for you tonight. Venting, not a rant. Absolutely. I am. It's funny, Mogs, though, because I came on to share that I just taped with someone, Canadian Spingen. I just wanted to share that. So it was like sitting down. I was ready to go. And then I'm like, oh, hello. And then I just started talking. And here we are, hour 28 later. But you know what? I'm thankful and I'm grateful because that helps things grow. Thank you, Anne. Thanks for that support. I think we met through Terry, didn't we? Or was it Moggs? We've met through these communities, these pals here. Is it really rant if it's true, though? Totally, you're right. It's a vent. I was getting things out. And honestly, I did a vlog a long time ago at our old house. I've got like stacks of journals that I have since I was 12. 12 till my second kid, so 2013. This is good. It's golden. And yes, it could be turned into a book. No, I don't need AI to write a book. There's it's juicy, but more than anything, it's like my little biblical books, my journey, my awakening. I can see, talk about overseeing your own lessons. It's so powerful. And my family would encourage it. We all encourage get it out. And I used to get it out through writing, very big on channel writing, very big on writing it out. And when that stopped, lo and behold, my life got a little difficult. So I instead of writing now, I find this to be my how I get it out. You're right. It's me getting it out. If I'm not like writing my things out, I'm saying it. So thanks for I had that little memory bump there for a second because I'm like, I was about to like the shame and guilt almost came in because it does sometimes because that's what I'm still working on, raised with. I'm like, oh, I should have been writing. I could be writing. I'm like, I'm expressing myself right now. So you're good, Pop. Yeah, tribalism. People fall into the trap of tribalism too often. Do you mean, Mr. Ben, about like the posses? Matthew had a great saying for this a couple years ago, and I've the cult of personalities. People get into these little, and then they're like, if you're not part of their cult of personality, or they're like I said earlier, they share with their little cult. Did you see they liked that post? Or they liked the comment underneath. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're talking about? You might not even been close. The wound is a veil. I like that. The wound is a veil. Yes, it's meant to see into what you need to work on or what your trigger is. The wound is a veil into something else. Yep. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Au revoir, Mr. Jean-Pierre Baptiste, who's not even French. Globulists. Michelle, you've got the best with those. Globulists. Yes. They're the equivalent of people who post Bible verses, but in reality are backstabbing a-holes. Yep. Thank you. Again, if you get called to go to some sort of gathering, do. That's your peeps, your teams, however you word it, because everybody's different. But to me, it's all the same. If you are being guided somewhere, go, because you are either supposed to meet someone to have this connection with or meet someone to find out they are bullshit and a fraud. I think I've repeated that a lot. I can't keep up with you all. Jeez. I'm doing the wings are awesome. Oh, good, Moon. What's the sauce? Is it spicy? Is it sweet? Out of darkness cometh light. Absolutely. You saw my chalkboard this week, right, Neil? So the kiddos, I mean, we were talking about all jealousy, envy, respect, honor, because we kind of got, I was like, how can I bring some of these little lessons, like juicify it a little bit. And when we're talking about our play, these characters we are going through the jealousies with families and misrepresenting yourself. And it's the authentic one that went through total despair, total suffering, but did it with their heart. So they got through it. They kept moving through it and they wound up shining in the end. And what did they use with that power? And that's how I asked my class, what did they use with that power? And I'm like, they shared it even with the ones who did them wrong. They wound up balancing out the shite. They went through all that suffering just to turn around to the people who making them suffer and say, I forgive you. And it's almost like, Juan, it's almost like I don't tell this to the kids in class, but to me, I love the story arc because I'm like, yeah, at the end, it's like, Scorpios will plan for 14 years to have that moment where all the people who deceived them are in front of them and they can be like, told you so. But that's not what the play is. But it is that arc of them waiting for the proper moment when they're all on their knees and they are feeling a bit of suffering for them to go, okay, guys, do you see it doesn't feel good? And that's what you did to me. We're good now. Here's some food. Go be well. And then they're dumbfounded. And then they also find the love and light within themselves because they get activated. They're that thing that when they did hurt someone so long ago, when you get forgiven from that, it like released something, and all these people are like, ah, and then now they can go on and be good to other people. It's a really cool lesson. So yeah, back to my little board. These people, these characters, we deal with those hard energies. And I kid you not, the kids did it, not me. I said, looking at this board, looking at these words, I had them pick a color to help me write. What does that word make you feel? What are the eyes doing? What's the face doing when you say the word? We're all trying it. And then, this or I do all the things. But I go, but there's something really about these words. There's a division. I can see words here and here, and they're very different. What is it? Kid you not, more than one child, 3, in fact, I think 3, maybe 4. Like, well, one makes you feel dark and one's really light. And I'm just like, they get it. Yes. And I did this little color wheel. I'm like, yes. And I go, and did you know you all are magicians? You can make a room feel dark and they can all leave, and you can do that. Or you can make them feel like, I feel good right now, and I'm going to go be nice to that animal and go do this and be kind. And they're just like, I go, you guys can do it too. I go, you've seen Miss Heidi come in, and I've had a bad day and that traffic, and I'm like, rah. And then don't I say good morning? And it depends how I say it to you. It depends how you're going to talk back to me. What if I said to you, my little friend, good morning? Finally, you're here. They just went like this in their seat, like, I wouldn't like that very much, Miss Heidi. I go, right. And how would you answer me? Would you answer me like that, like weak in your chair? And they go, probably. And I'd probably cry. I go, right? Isn't that crazy? And then you'd probably turn around and say something to the other person because you're so angry that that happened to you. And then you'd make them cry. And isn't that just like, oh, but what if like I do? And I say, good morning. I love that fun sweater. Wow, that's so fun. That looks so cozy. Welcome. Have a wonderful day. And they go in. I go, how does that make you feel? And they're like, it feels good. And I go, you're right. And then you go to your seat and you're excited to be here and you give me your attention, your respect. You see how this works? Oh my gosh, I'm just going on a rant event. No, I'm sharing. I'm care sharing the beauty that's happening in these classrooms because it can happen to us every day in life. I'm telling you. That really just came out. It happened this week in this class. You can take these principles of morality and humanity, and the kids get it. Did it feel good or not? Moggs, I think I was talking about you guys on the show about it. Hi, Chris Pine. Oh no, you got suspended in 8th grade for wearing that t-shirt to school. Well, then I'm definitely going to wear it to a conference. If it doesn't follow itself, it'll just plateau and stay stagnant with a revolving door. Yeah, people coming in and out, allowing it to have it. Doesn't fall off. Wait, let me make sure I read that right. Oh, the hamster wheel, I call it too, right? When it just goes around and around and around and around. Yep. Truth and honesty covered by a veil of the ego. The great pretenders will be seen and heard. Yes, that's what that thought gave me the strength to not react anymore. Because I'm like, what's the purpose of this? Because this buildup, if someone even just choose to, they could gather the clips of my reacting and be like, see, she's a demon witch. I told you. Like, no, I was just being human. But the raw, authentic moments of, you know what, I said it that way because I was hurt and that didn't feel good and it wasn't fair. And I allowed it to happen and I won't let it affect me anymore. Done. It's like, get through the moment. Be like, done. I keep surrendering like this, but truly it's a surrender. You're like, I surrender to that shitstorm that just happened. And you know what? I had a part to play. I own it and I choose not to do that anymore. So next. My little bits. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but truth judgment. Thank you, YouTube chat here. Thank you very much. You're keeping this going. Hi, Peaceful Penguin. I didn't see you sneak in there. Buffalo wings. Awesome. Homemade. That's beautiful. Delicious. My family's carnivores. We get clean meat. We do the Wild Pastures meat box. We get our clean meat. And we got some wings in there. They're in the deep freeze. Emotions are like drinking alcohol. Drink, feel, responsibility. Oh, responsibility. Yes. I was like, wait a minute. Emotions are good though. Like drinking out. Drink and feel response. Yes. Because even with the kids in class, I teach them the second you can fester the words, or you have the power to turn everything around with each choice of words you make and how you choose to listen. The whole thing with this play has been brilliant because it brought up something. I mean, we've done sound frequency in the class and things, but this is truly about a team and listening to each other, not just listening to your higher self and your gut and everything, but really holding space and being with others and listening. And your emotional reaction is really depicted on how well are you listening. And most people living in ego, they don't listen very well. So they sure react a lot. So you can call that one out pretty quick when you can see someone working through ego, because they were like, did you hear what I just said? Actually, if you aren't listening to me with such hatred in your eyes or disdain in your voice, then you would hear I was actually supporting you. But no, okay, you're in a bad mood. Fine. I don't want to participate in that anymore. Yeah, walking in ego. Talk about the veil being thin. Yeah, people walking around and living in their ego. It's getting a little more apparent. Enlightenment is about influencing others to improve their lives. Boom! Enlightenment is about influencing others to improve their lives. Yes, and not in the influencing, well, I mean, not to poo-poo anything you said. Yes, because just like that, what are you putting out? You're going to get back. And how do you want to go out there? You're going to walk into one of those places with a dark cloud around you. Guess what's going to happen? So influence in the right way, like activate. Mhm. Oh, love you, Michelle. I think that was a minute ago. Thank you, Michelle. Magic influence from a distance. Okay. Energy out equals energy in. Get what you give. Did a little real rant on that too. No more living in victimhood. Amen. Growth, woohoo. Learning by our past reactions. Yes. Absolutely. Be skeptical, but learn to listen. Yes. And even that, skeptical. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. If you are in that super big heart space, what is that? There's a meme for that too. Their energy speaks before they do when someone walks in a room. So you can just read the whole situation before it even begins. Bye, Neil. Go back to the basement. Talk to you later. I'll send you some gifts in a minute. I'm going to wind this down too. Doggy's about to start going nuts. Right, Bobo? I did one tape after another. Come say hi. Come on. Here's Bobo. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bo. I am still Foxy Joe. I went from 5 minutes to an hour 45. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's the facelift ponytail and Bo, but we are winding down. So use discernment and does it resonate? Amen. Well, that's what I have to say even about you, Mr. Garrell, you and Jane, right off the bat. They resonated. I felt at home, actually. It felt homey. And it wasn't just the Midwest thing. Well, I'm sure that had a lot to do with it. But you sense it, right? When you're doing the work, you are your tuning fork. You are your own shit meter, your bullshit meter. You are all you need. When you truly are doing the work, you can feel authenticity, you can feel fraud, and you can feel whether you belong or not. And belong meaning, should you be there? Is this going to serve a purpose, or is this just going to start sucking you down again? We are winding down. I said that an hour ago. Yes, I did. Hucky, are you here? Do you want to say hi before I wind down, Moon? For real? Because my lipstick's gone. That means it's time to go. Manifest something beautiful and strong. Yes, that's a good way to wind it down too. Manifest. I don't think Chastity's here anymore. I got called away. I don't think she's here. This is the longest and finest 2 minutes that wasn't. You've only been here for 2 minutes. What's up? Oh, thanks, Moon. Bless your heart. Well, thanks so much for playing, everybody. I probably have to do something. What do I have to do? To put the picture back. I just realized I'm smushing my giant. If you showed up late, I showed it up close. Look at. I still love it so much. That's why he's always with me. He's always watching over me. If you saw it on Instagram, this was like 3 Christmases ago. There was one of those. It's still out there. Paint You Royal or something. Royal painting, and you submit a picture, and then they put it in a painting. I just think it's the funniest shit. I crack me up. I love good stuff that's out there. I love gag gifts too. So we do give each other jokey kind of things. He's actually very compassionate, but I do some jokey things. So, but I think he likes that. So, and I'm sure he's probably driving home now going, what? She's still on. And I wish he would say something on here with me because he's the giant and he sounds like he's just got the little English accent and deep voice. It's like Bond, but it doesn't match. Well, his tone matches his size, but then he's got a little English accent, and he's a Polish man. Thanks, Foxy Joe. Do the Simpsons painting. Yeah, I should do that. He doesn't watch the Simpsons. I'll get him to though. The Simpsons. I could do the whole thing and do a surprise one. That'd be fun. Yeah, I'll do that one too. That'd be good. He made a collage of our photos for me for Mother's Day, and it's in the bedroom. It's cute. And I love that because he knows how I love photos, and people know he hates his picture taken, and he just hates taking photos. And he took my daughter on that route too. So now she's like, no, and I'm like, what if one day, this is all I have, and they're like, one day you're gonna be blind, so you won't need the photos. Oh, I tell ya. Hi, Woo Rider. I'm gonna head in a second here. Nice to see you. I know. I didn't have any today yet. If you're just tuning in like Woo Rider, and yes, hit like there, please. I was on a live. I was not alive. I was taping with Canadian Spinja. I'm really excited for that episode to air. Very like the maternal mom teacher lady. It was that episode. It's about an hour and a half. And it was just all about the classroom and parenting. It's very, very sweet. She's such a sweet pea. Anyway, we taped. I jumped off. I shoveled some pie in my face. And I'm like, let's just go talk. And then this happened. So, yeah. So that's the pie reference, the berry reference. And I'm one of those that I would leave a fork in it, but I'm like, no, I didn't have any. And it's like a square with like 4, the lines go, it's not even an even cut. It's like, I'm a really bad picker. Like they'll never know. Then like we were talking this whole chat before, and then I own it. And that's why I publicly say I just ate some of the giant's pie. And if Neil were here, that would turn into a joke, but I'm not going to. All right, people. I better go back to mommying so hard. That was so cute. Thank you so much for playing with me. I'm going to encourage myself to continue with at least the live rant style because it is about the community, and you guys brought this out. This was so fun. Thank you. With that being said, again, I don't have the date and time. Synaptic Circle 10 is coming, and the episode with Canadian Spinja will be on soon. If by chance you didn't see the Human Experience Hangout with Michael Kopf, we did that last night. It was really sweet. He's a fun fella. He does investigations of the paranormal, and he has a bunch of shows. Sweet friend, and still catch Neil in my castle walk last week on 420. That was really fun, and I might be on tonight. Thank you for spending time with us. Thank you, Carol. I'll talking with my geezer buddies. With Professor Bauer and Carol and whoever else jumps on and says hi. So yeah, I think I'll come around again. I'll have to eat some pie before that one because yeah, I will. I'll eat it while I'm talking. How about that? Thanks for playing. Thanks so much, Ange. Am I saying that or is it Ange? Ozzy Ange, I know. So Ange, have a great weekend to you too as well. Thank you so much for seeing my bright light. Thank you for that. Keep it popping, that I shall. All right, peeps. Smell you later. Have a blessed, beautiful one. And be your best self. See you later.